Hello guys. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. So today, more awareness time, more knowledge and information, so to help you to see clear so that you can create what you want. Now, guys, I do get lots of questions. Mark really wants to help and answer everybody, but Mark's only one person. Remember, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these different platforms, and the questions are great. I mean, a lot of you guys want to know how to create your life. This information is groundbreaking. So, we're in a time, right, the age of Aquarius, so everybody wants to know stuff. So I found a platform. It's called Wizio. You can get your question answered there. I put it in the comment below. Sign up and get your questions on quantum physics, anything you want to learn about manifesting. It's all there. I'll post it in the pinned comment section. That would help alleviate a funnel so that I can get to everybody's question. One single format where I have to jump all over the place. Instagram, and you just get lost in all these emails I have and things. So I found this platform very good. So go ahead and check it out. Now, today what I want to talk to you about is I'm going to reveal to you 4 signs that your subconscious mind is sabotaging you. Okay? 4 signs that will show you, oh man, so this is what's going on in my subconscious mind and how to fix it. Okay? So before we begin, we have to know how your mind works. So let me make it simple. So when you were a little baby, right? When you were a little baby, you're a kid and you're coming out, remember, your conscious mind couldn't develop. So your conscious mind couldn't develop because you couldn't think, reason, or use logic. That came at a later age. That came when you were about 6 or 7 years old. So for the first 7 years, you were being affected and you were being targeted subconsciously. So think about that. So the first 7 years of your life, they weren't even your life. The beliefs you have, they weren't even your beliefs. Your paradigm, that's a belief. They weren't even yours. They were your parents. Everything. And that's very powerful because, see, what happens is the subconscious is thousands of times more powerful than your conscious mind. So if your subconscious is so much more powerful than your conscious mind, that means it's going to take heed to override and lead the show. So you need to know that. So remember, when you were born, first 7 years, straight subconscious. Go. Remember, the subconscious accepts everything. There's nothing to stop it. Your conscious mind didn't develop. You can't think and reason. So it's when you get older, you start to think and realize, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. Okay, I can do this. I want to do that. But yet, when you were doing that, you were still meeting a lot of resistance. You were still getting a lot of what I call feedback from your subconscious to sabotage you. So this explains to you, if you ever wondering, okay, why when I try to do something, the opposite happens? Why when I try to do something, I mess my own self up? Why when I go for what I want and I'm almost there, something happens where it messes it up? Now you know it's your subconscious through your programming from when you were a child, based on whatever, lack, negativity, all the bad stuff, so to speak. All right. So here are the 4 things. Now let me go at number 1. So if you want to know if your subconscious is sabotaging you, you're thinking. If you find yourself thinking more about the negative or the bad, your subconscious is sabotaging you. If your mind is more on the worst case scenario, if you're always thinking of the worst that could happen, the negative stuff, why it won't work, subconscious is sabotaging you. Why? Because your subconscious has some beliefs about reality and life, that experiences that it is not working, and so your conscious mind will attempt to try to think something good, but your subconscious will override that conscious mind and bring you back into thinking about your past. Okay, so that's the first sign. Second sign is what I just mentioned, past. If you find yourself more in the past and in the future, if you find yourself in past and future, subconscious sabotaging you. Why is that? Well, see what happens, even though your subconscious only knows the present moment, doesn't understand time, your conscious mind does understand time, and your conscious mind has what we call a linear understanding of what is called time. It made up time as a structure. So even though to your subconscious, it only knows now, what happens is when the conscious mind is thinking ahead, conscious mind will try to think something, it automatically goes to the past or to the future. Who is doing it? It's actually your subconscious doing it, because remember, it doesn't know the difference. So it associates the future and the past as right now. And I can prove it to you. Have you ever thought about something in the past, and then you have these feelings that come back, and you feel like, oh man, the past is happening again. And when you look around, oh man, the past isn't really happening. But it felt like it was happening right now, right? Felt like it. That's the subconscious, because it doesn't understand past or future. It only understands now. So that means, again, the mind is working up on the subconscious experiences it picked up from your experiences in the past or in the future. That's a sign that your subconscious is sabotaging you. So why is that sabotage? Why is my mind going to the past and to the future? Well, the answer is this. See, the thing about the subconscious, guys, is your conscious mind can think something, accept it, and throw it out. Subconscious cannot do that. It has to accept whatever you put into it. So predominantly, our conscious mind gives our subconscious mind instructions. Conscious mind, subconscious takes the instructions to it. Your conscious mind is in charge. Your subconscious listens to your conscious mind. So when your conscious mind tries to think something, your subconscious automatically associate that thing with a past experience, because your subconscious is emotional. It's always feeling mind. So those feelings come up, and then you go back into the past. In the future as well, it anticipates these feelings, but they don't exist. But you still get a feeling. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that's number 2. And number 3, because I wrote them down here, I just want to make sure I got them clear for you. Number 3 would be, so we got thinking, we got past, and number 3 would be, if you're a person that you're constantly find yourself with fear, with doubt, with worry, and you have a lot of anxiety, subconscious, again, sabotaging. Think about the subconscious is these fear and these doubt and these worries, they are coming from something you think is happening or will happen. And the mind will always look for the worst when the subconscious isn't programmed correctly. In other words, when the subconscious is off, your conscious mind is going to be off as well, because they have to work together. That means your conscious mind is going to continually look to future and try to look for the worst. Why does it do that? The conscious mind does that because it says, hey, what we want is too big, so let's settle. That's what the mind does. So that means if I don't get what I want, I don't have to fall too far. I can just settle for something I think I can achieve. That's also part of the subconscious. How does that affect the subconscious? Well, that's a lack in belief that says I don't deserve it. I don't believe I can have it. Again, those programming when you're a child, right? So if you find yourself with the fear, anxiety, believes that your belief is that I'm not good enough, so these things, I can't have them, so you worry because you want them, and your ego is fighting you, and it affects the subconscious, which produces these emotions, and these emotions now affect your world. Okay, so that's number 3. And the last one would be your feelings. So if you feel predominantly, if your feelings are always off, meaning that if you're always nervous, if you're always anxious, if you're always in a bad mood, if you're always pessimistic, it's your subconscious sabotaging you. Because those are those core beliefs that you had when you were a child that were stuck in your subconscious, and they are replaying over and over again through your conscious analytical mind. See how that works? So those are 4 things. So if any of them apply to you guys, don't lose hope. It's okay. We all have been there. So what you can do, the first step to free yourself is the step of awareness. So now you are aware of it. So how can you fix this? Well, we target the subconscious. So now we have to make our subconscious conscious. So Mark, what's the best way to do it? I'm going to give you the easiest tip that you can use right now that can get your subconscious. You can start to get control of these things, and then you can start to move into a direction you want to go. Here it is. Ready? Your focus. Start to focus only on what you want. If you start to put images in your head of what you want, see it in the end, See yourself doing it, having it, experience it, no matter what's going on around you. You got a lot of negativity, but if you can go somewhere in your head and see this space of where you're happy, where you can see yourself getting what you want, you are targeting your subconscious. If you can focus like that every time, you're going to change the blueprint in your subconscious. That's the easiest way to start for you. And of course, there's other things you have to do along the way, such as, affirmations, subliminal, change your habits, your discipline, just knowing. But the easiest way for you guys to start, for anybody who's watching this and they need this help, is your focus. Now remember, your mind is going to try to distract you. Your ego is going to come in. Subconscious is going to give you these feelings. But as long as you say, all right, I'm just going to take my mind and only focus on the things that I want, see it happening, that's going to change your subconscious. Why would my focus change my subconscious? Because the most powerful language is images. Subconscious. Most powerful. If I can see something in my head all the time, the same thing over, change it up, I am affecting my subconscious. It cannot reject it. It must accept it. It accepts it. The emotional blueprint is going to change, and then my reality is going to become what I think about. Okay? Focus takes practice now, so you know that, because for people who get easily distracted, you got to work on this. So that means that whatever's going on around you, got to have that tunnel vision and that focus. Right? So that's it, guys. So if you can understand, now you can comprehend. So those 4 things, I'll do a quick review. Remember, you're thinking. If you have a lot of fear, doubt, and worry, if you think a lot of negativity, if you're always in the past and the future, if your feelings are always negative, subconscious sabotage. That's simple. Work on them. Now you can fix them. Got it? All right. Thanks.